Page 66, number 84, asks us to evaluate the limit as delta x goes to 0 of f of x plus delta x minus f of x all divided by delta x when f of x equals root x. So this is the difference quotient. When we evaluate the limit as delta x goes to 0 of the difference quotient, we always wind up with indeterminate form. If I plug in 0 for delta x, I get f of x minus f of x. That's 0 divided by 0. So we do need to simplify this in some way. So let's go ahead and evaluate it. F of x plus delta x, if I plug x plus delta x in for x, it would look like this. Minus f of x all over delta x. We want the limit as delta x goes to 0. In order to simplify with roots, we are going to multiply by the conjugate. The conjugate is changing the sign in between the roots. So I have square root of x plus delta x plus root x on the top. And if I multiply the top by it, I need to multiply the bottom by the same thing. And then we are going to FOIL. If I multiply this times that same square root, I just get x plus delta x. Notice the reason we multiply by the conjugate is when we multiply the outside terms, this square root times that square root, positive times positive, and the inside terms, I'm multiplying the same two square roots but negative. Those two terms are going to cancel each other out. And that's why we're multiplying by the conjugate, is so that we can get rid of all of our roots. When we multiply the last two terms, I have negative root x times positive root x. That is negative x. So we FOILed on the top. On the bottom, I'm just going to leave it in this factored form. Delta x times the quantity square root of x plus delta x plus root x. We have not yet successfully plugged 0 in for delta x, so we still need to evaluate the limit as delta x goes to 0. And we should have some things that cancel out here. In the numerator, I've got x minus x. And now I've got delta x divided by delta x. And notice that's where the 0 divided by 0 was coming in. So I canceled everything in the numerator. I've got a 1 up there. Now we can plug in 0 for delta x, and we are no longer in that 0 divided by 0 indeterminate form. So I get 1 divided by square root x plus square root x, which is 1 over 2 root x. That's an acceptable answer for what we're doing. If you're feeling ambitious and want to rationalize that, you can.